All right, hey again. So this is round two of my experience, dating someone with BPD. So, like I mentioned earlier, I kind of gave you guys like a overall view of kind of how the timeline went and how things came to be and all that. But I just want to with you guys some things that just kind of happened. Sorry, I thought I deleted the list. I was like, oh my gosh. Some things that happened while in a relationship. Um, So let me just go through this list. And again, me sharing my experience. I don't know about other people's experiences. Sure, they're similar, but um, so this is just a random list. So if I ever wanted to contact this person, which I broke today, I would look at this list, and I didn't, and I'm stupid and whatever. Anyway, this person easily moved on to the new person. It's kind of what I talked about earlier. You can tell me you love me a couple of days. Just what this person did. Told me they loved me a couple of days before it was broken off. And then the comment, I'll always need you with the hug. Bullcrap. Obviously not. You'll always need me till you find someone that you like better or whatever. I don't know. Okay. And then talking to this new person while we still had something. I knew this person talking to this new person, my ex talking to this new person, I knew something wasn't right. Like it just felt wrong. It didn't sit right with me. And I was met with, oh, it's fine, blah, 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 whatever. We're just friends. No, you're freaking not. Obviously, you're not. Um, and again, like relating to that, manipulated me, gaslit me with regard to we're just friends, whatever. I was telling y'all in the last video when I confronted this person to tell me they denied it. It was deny, deny, deny. Wasn't meant to be in a relationship, was better off single. BS, because now you're with this person. Um, while we were in the relationship, said communication was important, but never communicated with me. Okay, instead of communicating, it was always like F off. And then I wouldn't hear from this person the rest of the night. And it's like, you're over here telling me it's important. I'll admit, I didn't communicate when we were first in the relationship. One, because I don't really let my guard down easily. And this is why. This is exactly why. But when I did communicate, I communicated a weakness and something that I struggled with. And that was used against me. And whenever I communicate something like, hey, which I'll get to in a second, it was like, hey, I'm going out with a friend, or hey, I'm doing this with family, because I was told to communicate that. Well, why are you doing this? I don't like the fact that you're doing this. Again, controlling. Well, what are you doing? I don't like you hanging out with this person. Or like, you're always busy, like you never have time for me, like you need to give me updates. And it became so much at the end. This person didn't like me hanging out with people or doing things where I didn't communicate that with them. And then because I didn't communicate, I was also in the wrong. So it was literally damned if you do, damned if you don't, lose-lose situation. But then this person's like, communication is important. You don't communicate. You tell me to F off. It was constant F off, F off, F off. And I was like, tell me what's wrong. I want to help you. They never freaking did. Or they'd be like, if there was a disagreement or something, they'd be like, they'd threaten self-harm, threaten suicide. And I'd be freaking out. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I need to call somebody. Like, please answer me. Like, what's going on? I'm going to take these pills. And then I wouldn't hear from this person the rest of the night. And then I'd call the suicide hotline, or I'd text them and be like, I need help. Like, please help me help this person. I don't want to disclose who they are because they don't want people knowing that they're suffering. And it's traumatizing and it changes you. Like, I can't even describe it. Anyway, I'd wake up the next morning and this person would be like, I'd text them and be like, what's going on? Are you okay? You know, because I was worried naturally. And they're like, I'm in the hospital because of you. It's like, what did I do? What did I do? Because you didn't like something that I agreed with? You didn't like an opinion that I had? And then this person was released the same day. And I was like, hey, can I come see you? Before they told me they were being released. And they're like, no. Or I was like, can I pay for medical bills? If I'm the one that did it, let me pay for it. Can I see the paperwork? No. And then this person was supposedly released on the same day. If you tried to commit suicide, they would not release you on the same day. I don't think. Like, tell me if I'm wrong, but they would monitor you. You would be in a mental health institution, would you not? And this happened quite frequently between us. And I was told today, breaking contact, all that stuff, go watch my other video. But when we were fighting and this person's like, I don't care about you, whatever, they're like, I told them that, like, you know, I've been suicidal. This whole thing has like brought me down. And they're like, well, you made me suicidal throughout the whole relationship. It's like, you mean, are you actually just saying that, or did I? Like, I don't know what to believe. I don't know if it's a lie. I do not know. But at the same time, it's like, then why didn't you leave me? And I guess this person did try to leave me, and they're like, I just can't do this, and I don't know what to do anymore. And I was like, well, we could take a break. And they're like, well, no. And I wanted to make it work. So naturally, I'm doing everything in my power to do that. But I don't know. So I think it was just inevitable. And I think this other person coming in just kind of forced this person to give up on me. I think it would have happened regardless. Anyway, continuing on with the list, that was just something that came to mind. So let me get back to the list. I was told after this person was diagnosed with BPD, they would send me Instagram reels about BPD. And it was like, people with BPD do this, this, and this, or they think this way. And for me, at least, it just kind of seemed to like excuse this person's behavior. Like, the reason you do this is because of this. And it's like, that might be true to a point, but that doesn't mean you have to be like abusive. That doesn't give you a right to be abusive, to be mean, to be a liar, to be manipulative, controlling, etc. We had different beliefs, which, I mean, honestly, that's not like a good thing. You know, religiously, politically. So, I mean, that was just something I wrote down, but, you know, not saying it can't work between two people, but I think when someone has BPD and you think differently, that will definitely drive a wedge between you two. I mentioned this earlier, would say, I love you 1 second and then treat you like crap the next. And it could happen like that, snap of a finger. And you could just be sitting there and they would get pissed off all of a sudden. It's like, what happened? Anyway, no remorse for how I was treated, or the breakup. Didn't consider my feelings. I cried about it right afterwards. I think a couple days I was trying to like get closure. I'm like, what is going on? I was crying in front of this person and they just looked at me like a death stare. No remorse, nothing. It was evil. Overall, the relationship was emotionally draining. Again, that push pull, everything, the emotional manipulation, which I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I had to walk on eggshells. Like, I couldn't say or do anything because I didn't know how this person would react. Would they like it? Would they not like it? Should I say this? Should I say that? In my mind, I'm like, okay, I can't say that because they'll hate me. So let me say this. Oh, well, frick, can't say that either. So, like I said before, lose-lose situation. Can't joke around. In the beginning, I could joke with this person. I could be sarcastic. I could be myself. And then all of a sudden, couldn't joke with this person. Would send reels that I thought were funny. from like Barstool. I don't know if you guys know what that is, that Instagram. It was about like these people just kind of like getting drunk, like these girls, and they were just like placed in like a tree, like their body or something. It was just funny. Like it was meant to be funny. Sent it to this person, and this person was like, that is not funny. How dare you send that? It's like, bro, it was a freaking joke. My gosh. And it couldn't joke at all. Like in the beginning, everything's fine. And I was told in the beginning, you're perfect. No flaws with you. Now, everything I do is a flaw, even the good things. Sorry. Wanted kids in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, didn't want kids. Is that mirroring? I think it is. If you don't know what that is, look it up. When I was in the hospital, didn't care if I were to die. Threatened suicide and self-harm. I talked to you guys about that earlier. Never gave specifics about hospital stay or billing information, anything like that. Catch this person in lies. Pretty sure those were lies. But like other things, like it didn't add up. I wish I kept a record of this stuff, but there were things that didn't add up at all. I was told my ex tried to commit suicide early on when we were talking. Wasn't told that ever till maybe a couple months ago. Was also told, so my ex's ex, I guess, did some horrible things. And like really horrible things. Like I don't want to say specifically what it was, but yeah, I don't know. Like it's wild. Just didn't add up. Sorry, I had to look at this and maybe I shouldn't disclose that, but some things didn't add up with a previous ex. And I was only told about certain things that happened after our relationship was dead. But again, didn't make sense. And then also like a grandma thing. Like my grandma is suffering from blah 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 and can't do something. And then there was a photo I was sent, like a snap. And I saw like the grandma seemed to be fine. And I was like, wait a second. I thought you said like your grandma couldn't do this or that. Again, I don't know the details. I don't know specifics. I wish I would have kept a record of that. But then they're like, oh, well, that's someone else that I refer to as my grandma. Like these things like didn't make sense. Said I'm like, they said they were moving like out of the country. And I got sad, obviously. And then it seemed like very out of the blue, like moving because of this. It's like, that doesn't make sense because you're fine here. Doesn't make sense to move just randomly out of nowhere. Um, Especially if everything's going good, you know? And then I was like, please don't, like, and they're like, oh, we're not moving. And it's like that just seemed like a lie. Just seemed to like they were doing this to get a reaction out of me. Would get jealous if I hung out with a friend, went to a concert, went to a game. I like to go to football games, hockey games, like with my family. Get jealous over that. I do that too much, spend way too much time doing that. I went to a concert with someone. It got a really late, it was a late concert. And then on my way home, I didn't get home till like 1. It was super late. And this person was like, you're not allowed to stay out this late ever again. You need to be home by 10 p.m. And it's like, oh my gosh, you are not my freaking mother. Like, leave me alone. But at the time, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, whatever. Non appreciative, go out of my way. I can't tell you the amount of time and money and like everything, energy I literally spent into this person for it to be freaking worthless. Extremely condescending. Oh yeah, if we'd be in like an argument, I would try and, plead my case, obviously. Be like, this is why you're wrong, this is what I meant, etc. I wouldn't say why you're wrong, but it's like, you don't know my intentions. Like, let me tell you how I was feeling, what my intentions were. It never mattered. But anyway, it was one of those things where we talked on the phone and this person was like, shut up, let me speak, okay? Do not talk over me. And like, it's like, and I was like, okay, trying to be as calm as possible, but it was always that. Literally every time. Yeah, blocked me, said they want nothing to do with me, wants me out of their life. I don't care about you or what happens in your life. That's what was said today. Go effing kill yourself. Once again, I don't care about you. Get out of my life, threatening to call the cops, etc. Oh, okay, super controlling. So our anniversary, was on the 20th. So we got together on the 20th. And I would always say on the 20th, happy anniversary, Or 1 year passed. I think this was we were together either 14 or 15 months. And I hung out with a friend. Because it was like one of the only days that we could like hang out, right? Because, the busyness of life, all that stuff. This person found out and was like, you're not allowed to hang out with people on the 20th. That is our day. You cannot do that. And it's like, it wasn't a year anniversary. It was a monthly anniversary. Like, calm down. Just had my birthday while in no contact. What used to be no contact, the last no contact, didn't wish me a happy birthday. Doesn't care, period. So that's what I have, you guys. It's on my list. I'm sure more things will come up the more I think about it. But just have other quotes here that I've seen on Quora. I want to give a shout out to Quora. I think that's how you say it. But apparently this is what people say when they date people with BPD. This is other people's experiences, so I don't know. I'm not being like, if you have BPD, you're evil. Mine unfortunately was, and it sounds like others are. But here's what some people have said with regard to the relationship. It's hell. I can say that with mine. It's not a matter of if, but when, in terms of when they leave you. Someone else said, this is a sad quote, I was with my ex-wife almost 5 years total. One day is too much. If I could go back and not start dating her or marrying her, I wouldn't a second. And I can honestly say the same thing for my relationship. Ruins you. Anyway, there's more I have here. They're a little bit longer, but maybe I can get into that another day. But yeah, again, I'm just venting, you guys. I just need to vent my frustration. And it's like, dude, like, all I ever did was try to be a caring person and a loving person and a compassionate person. And it's like, it doesn't matter, And part of me is like, this relationship is going to work with whoever you're dating now. Like, what if it does? Then it is my fault. And I just can't help but think that everything is my fault. I'm so beat down. My self-worth is just gone and everything's just so hard, you guys. And that's why I made this YouTube channel. That's why I'm making these videos. And again, it's for me, but please share your experiences. People need to know, like, they do. And like I said, misery loves company. No one loves misery, but when you're going through it together, it's a little bit better. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. And for those of you that have experienced it, I'm so sorry. Because there's nothing like it. For those of you that are dating someone with BPD, just, I know they aren't all the same, but you gotta be careful. You have got to be careful because, like I said, this will ruin you. But thanks, guys, for watching. I don't know what my next video will be about, but might just be more venting. And, yeah, or maybe how I'm feeling that day. We'll see. But, see you guys in the next one.